felt compelled to get in touch regarding CMA's notice of possible remedies in the Activisio. Okay, so this, we got a typo here. This is a big company, probably. Blizzard acquisition case. Our business primarily focuses on releasing video games for various gaming platforms, including both Xbox and PlayStation. In recent years, we found that our video game sales across Xbox and PlayStation have been moving in different directions, mainly due to the structure of how each platform is laid out. On PlayStation, we found our sales growing stagnant with each release. All right. This is mainly due to the fact that despite PlayStation having the lion's share of player numbers and console sales, that share is mainly provided to larger titles from huge publishing labels and or developers and publishers who are willing to spend lots of money on paid marketing with PlayStation consoles. So this is obviously an indie dev. And this is something we've already heard in the news. I think it was last year. There was a big report coming out from multiple indie devs complaining about how PlayStation does business with them, that there's almost zero chance that your game is going to be found in the PlayStation Store unless you're paying a ton of money to market it and get it up there. Whereas it wasn't the same with Xbox, where Xbox, you put it into Game Pass and people were discovering games that they would have never seen before. Like the No More Robots dev talking about how they want all their games to Game Pass now because they made more money after people just discovered it on the service. So this is a big difference. And that's why I think the whole argument with the indie devs thing that PlayStation made in their document is absurd. Microsoft, from what we've read, is far and away better with indies than PlayStation is. So I guess this will be another case of that. This means that on PlayStation, it simply isn't a level playing field for every publisher and developer. It has meant that as the years have gone by, if you put a smaller title on PlayStation devices now, your title will rarely appear organically to PlayStation players. Instead, you are 100% reliant on players knowing about your game already and searching for it on the store. On Xbox, the opposite has come true over the last several years. There are numerous means of players finding your game on Xbox, including in special sections of the store and through Xbox Game Pass service. As a result, we found that despite Xbox having much smaller player numbers and console sales than PlayStation, our games sell just as well on Xbox since more players are finding our games there. So that's interesting. Less consoles selling just as well. We usually find that the revenue we now make from new games is more on Xbox than PlayStation due to this fact. Again, despite Xbox being a smaller platform in many ways. So if Xbox grows, these indie developers are all going to prosper even more, which is, I think, what they're getting at here. We found that whenever there is a large public buzz around Xbox, there are more Xbox hardware sales. And as a result, we see even better ongoing results on Xbox. With this in mind, I found myself of the opinion that the acquisition of Activision Blizzard can only be a good thing for smaller to mid-sized businesses like ours. And that would be exceptional. I think that's what I want to see. I would like that will also increase competition. If we're getting these smaller studios releasing incredible games, and if people pay more attention to those, it will continue to push the AAA devs to have to match some of the stuff that smaller studios do, because AAA devs can get stagnant. They can just rest on stuff they know will work and never really release anything that innovative. And this is where you have smaller developers pushing these bigger devs to do better. As it will no doubt lead to increased sales of Xbox hardware, increased subscriber numbers on Xbox Game Pass subscription service, and thus larger sales for businesses like ours on Xbox. Coupled with the fact that Xbox has a better ecosystem currently for players to discover new games, I can only see the acquisition being positive for a lot of businesses like ours. And that right there is a point that, if this is true, better for the gaming industry without a shadow of a doubt. The acquisition will not all of a sudden make Xbox the dominant platform. It's far more likely that it may help to create a more level playing field between Xbox and PlayStation, which at this point in time is sorely needed. PlayStation needs better competition to force the platform to up its game, and this will surely help do that. So I think this is a very, very powerful letter that CMA is going to have to really consider when making their decision.